I'll call to order the October 6, 2025 Personnel Committee meeting. The first item on the agenda is to approve the September minutes.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. First on the agenda is Health Department. Dan, you all received an email from me earlier in regards to the proposal that Dan gave us this morning.
So I'm requesting the contractual nurse that we have, our public health nurse, be moved from contractual back to a county funded position. The reason for that is we hired her through the contractual company, and her 6 months is up through that contractual company, so we will not owe anything as far as penalties if we move her back to a county position. If we do not, if council chooses not to do that, then we'll need to move money from her line in the published budget back to the contractual line. So we just need to position
money back from the published budget. Are you talking about the 2026 proposed budget?
Correct.
When does the contract expire?
There's no expiration date on the contract. We have the contract with the company, not the nurse. So it's an ongoing contract.
It's ongoing. And if this was to carry out as a contractual obligation through the balance of 25, is there money in your budget to pay that?
Through 25, yes. Yeah. So
What's
if this is not
anticipated?
approved, then I'll come back for 27 budget to see if we can move it back again.
Is there any difference in the contractual price we're paying now versus what the salary would be?
The contractual price is about $3,000 to $4,000 less than the county position with fringe. So we're looking at about $90,000 for contractual, about $93,000 for county.
And you have that currently in your budget to be able to take care of that?
In 1159, yes. Now, in that budget line, the health department doesn't pay fringe. So that would be.
You'll need that additionally into your budget then for 2026. And how much are we talking here?
For fringe,
Yeah.
30,000, 32,000, somewhere in there.
So when would this change take place from contract to county employee?
It'd be the first working week of January of 26.
So it's not till next year?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Dan's request, there was a request for a little over $4,000 bump in that
Correct.
salary for that position. If that $4,000 were to be granted, that is paying that position outside of the job classification. And so I had asked Dan to go through and review the job description. It was last updated in 2021, I believe. And I believe he's accomplished that. It's been given to Kim. We have not had the opportunity to review that to determine if it should be sent to Irwin for a reclassification, because I believe the public health nurse is actually paid less than what some of your other employees are, but has additional responsibilities as an LP or an RE, correct?
Right. So in my opinion, everyone in the health department is paid justly, with the exception of that one position. Without the $4,000 increase that I asked for, this would be a $56,000 some odd dollars, $26.72 an hour position. For a nurse, that's extremely low, whether it's an LPN or RN, it's extremely low. In some of my research, I went through other counties and then into like Indeed and some of the hiring things you can see online. In Huntington County and St. Joseph County, which are two smaller counties than Wayne County, they both pay their nurses $62,000 and $66,000 a year respectively. So we're about $6,000 behind the ball compared to other counties. So I asked for that increase to bring it up to at least $60,000, which would be $29 an hour even, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is what I asked for. So with the contractual company, I didn't bring that up. The cost difference with that, Mr. Cat had asked, the contractual company, I'm able to pay her $31 an hour through that and keep the cost still at that $90,000 range. The county at $90,000 is the $26.72, so or the $29 range. So.
And so I think where we're at, this obviously is under our new policy, for consideration, I believe that what I would ask of the Personnel Committee is that you give Kim and I an opportunity to review the job description with Dan, and if, under that policy, if the job description is warranted to be sent to Irwin for a reclassification, that we authorize Kim to make that determination. That'll give us the opportunity to come back, potentially a workshop for action on this. If not, if Irwin doesn't have it done by workshop, it'll be personnel next month.
You need that in the form of a motion.
I believe so.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to allow Kim to send that to Irwin for reclassification consideration. Any discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
So Barry, just to follow up, so what's in our budget for 2026 though is it's remaining as a contract employee, correct?
Correct.
So that would change quite a bit of what we need to look at.
It would, we give the health department $500,000 a year for 1159. So it's a matter of where that money is placed in the line item in the 26 budget. So if we were to approve the change for the contractual to an employee, that line item would have to be populated as the public health nurse as an individual salary and the money taken out of his contractual. The fringe benefits would just fall into the commissioner's budget and the overall payment of fringes.
Thank you.
And may I add too, I had a bookkeeper resign this year, and she was paid out of 1159. I'm choosing not to fill that, so we can save that $52,000 a year in that particular budget also.
Thank you.
Mike, there he is. Mike Sharp.
Good morning.
Morning.
So putting in a request to be able to replace a foreman. We have a foreman that's been there for 42 years, is going to be retiring middle of November. So we'd like to kind of post that, be able to replace that. I've not gone to commissioners yet, so this would be pending their approval, I guess, if personnel would approve it. But so normally I've got 3 foremans, one's in the garage, and then I have 2 road foremen. So to me, they're very critical to have, to be able to keep the process going of what we do throughout the year, whether it's winter or summertime, and getting things done and completed. So this will typically be somebody from within that would probably transfer up, and then I'll be coming back to you to be able to replace that person, whoever would be chosen to be taken into that place. But they kind of grow and they learn the process, so then if they would transfer into the foreman, then we'd hire a new person, which typically, I think right now, since the end of January, we've had a truck driver opening, and then back in June, I think we had another truck driver opening, so I got 2 truck driver positions opening now, so this will be potentially creating a 3rd truck driver position that we're going to be down.
Did you say 42 years
Mm-hmm.
service to the county?
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
I don't know that we have many employees that, other than Jeff Black.
I think our longest one was 47 years.
He or she's to be commended.
Yeah.
42 years, and congratulated on retirement.
It's Mark Gerard is who it is.
That's who I figured it was.
Yeah.
Aw.
Mark's been
Wow.
very dedicated to that role
Yeah.
for a long time.
So this position is paid out at MVH, correct?
Correct.
So it's not general fund dollars, so it would be an exception to our policy and due diligence for review if it should be replaced or not. So with that, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second, any discussion? No, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none.
Thank you very much.
Approved.
Thank you.
Anything else to come before personnel?
I intended to recognize one other person in the meeting while ago, and I forgot. That reminded me. I think I read in the paper recently that Mike was recognized for his works in dealing with the justice system, and I want to congratulate you for that recognition, Mike. appreciate all that you do for the county and the area, publicizing what happens.
Thank you.
Like Emery.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Well deserved.
Yes.
Anything else? If not, we stand adjourned.